We are going to Kanafun. We are going to Mbo.
The chairman, Palm Kernel Association, Ibesikpo Asutan Local Government, Mr. Eno Clement Umana, and his counterpart from Palm Oil Association, Mr. Oku Johnson, both commended government for deeming it fit to tour markets in the state to ensure production is of high standard, promising to work with government to put an end to the illegal acts in the sector. One of the palm produce dealers in Ibesikpo local government, Mr. Koko Itepan, applauded government's efforts and promised to abide by the directives of government.
Well, of course, we try a lot to make sure that the administration of oil as per the act. So now I get my idea. I'm happy for long. Anyone who says struggle, them administration and rest of the thing. Maybe it will to me because everywhere you go now in the state, I agree, even outside the state, Kano, Lagos, I agree, don't know they put oil. Great, you know, very standard.
Aside from that, believe that Kekmen are not just coming and going. We should have people stationed in certain markets or certain places.
Mercy Kiri, AKBC News.
Meanwhile, the consequences of adulteration in the palm produce business have been outlined to include adverse effects on the health of consumers of the product as well as bad reputation on the business. These were brought to the fore when officials of the Ministry of Trade and Investment visited Nongudo Market in Ibesikpo Asutan local government area on a sensitization tour. Again, Mercy Okere reports.
Speaking on behalf of the Commissioner, the Director, Produce, Mr. Yuta Umoren, warned people involved in various sharp practices to desist forthwith or face the wrath of government.
This place will be closed down. But now I'm giving you an instruction. I will come back for a re-inspection. If I come back and see this kind of a thing, you are going to have it hot with the state government.
He said adulteration of palm produce is dangerous to health and has negative impact on businesses.
The effect is that when you do it, Umao Benadan, O mix Mpokedan, O mix Daikedan, Yaradan, Adat, Aya cause cancer, Aya cause kidney failure, Aya cause arthritis, Ubiaredon. What you are mixing in palm oil in the States has a lot of health issues.
Corroborating the stance of the ministry, some of the palm dealers said they are aware of some illicit practices in some oil mills in the area and that they have been trying to put a stop to the practices, but are however relieved that the state government has stepped in and is determined to stamp out the practice.
Produce state produce me ndong bonde mili ba oida yang moiga get sibanado enam ege pisong e walambong edong bat e ka me mix isremi e song e siebe ne kono ye ka gbogbo so mborodi affect nyem monsina mbubegemi agene naro me wosi media ngoke ma bo ismbo rede ayo ma siere isbero tak.
The problem we have is Kisi Memutum, more one, more would have been nobody before for Garasite. And yet, to Ayuka, I forget it, Teresa, they go down again, Tang, so much sentiment.
Take a short break. When we return, federal government gives March 2024 deadline for takeoff of student loan. And Career Choices Itam Secondary School Alumni Association advises students to shun peer pressure. Details when we come back.
This is our home, where we all belong. The place where life is beautiful. The peaceful ambience we enjoy when we live together in unity and love. It's so man, you know, because stand together, we go make them better. We be brothers and sisters, no matter where we day, it's all about, you know. No matter where we day, we are one. Let's live together in peace and harmony. Yeah.
It's good to have you back. Secondary school students in Akwa Ibom State have been told to avoid peer pressure and other negative external influences while determining their choice of future careers. Thus was a submission of various speakers when the Tam Secondary School All Student Association, ISOSA, took the one-day workshop on career and sensitization to students in the alma mater.
Setting the tone for the workshop, the coordinator of ISOSA, Uyo Cheta, Justice Aniekan Eton, encouraged the students to take the career counseling seriously, noting that the subject combinations in their final examination will determine their future profession. Justice Eton, who spoke on the topic, embracing the legal profession, said, to be a lawyer, one requires adequate knowledge of history, literature, and English.
We came here because we believe the present crop of students need to be mentored, need to be led.
Dr. Mariano Soro and all students of the school took the students on the noble profession of teaching, while Mr. Samuel Omana counseled them on opportunity in accounting.
To advise you and sensitize you so that you have a focus, you have a career path that will help you to succeed in life.
We want the people that are brilliant to develop interest in becoming what? Teachers.
For Mr. Michael Ekong, choosing a career in engineering, which he said has 12 sectors, requires the students to have the flair for mathematics and other science subjects.
For you to become a medical doctor, there must be preparation. And the preparation starts now. You must have good attitude in the sciences. It's not for the feeble-minded.
Music is just singing and dancing and jumping, playing instruments. It is more than that.
A consultant pediatrician, Dr. Merudo, spoke on the beauty of science, medicine, and pharmacy, while Professor Grace Ekong took the students on music as a profession. The principal of the school, Elder Imenka, thanked ISOSA members for taking pains to visit their alma mater to sensitize the students on different career choices. Elder Nkang said students will make maximum benefit derived from this sensitization, adding that there was need for such regular training.
We have really learned a lot from this program. We have come to enlighten us. We have come to teach us.
Some students of the school bared their minds on what they learned from the sensitization workshop.
What I've learned from this interesting program is that we should mind the way we behave, that we should not allow anyone to should not be pressurized by anyone at all, and we should avoid causing.
I've learned a lot of things, how we live in school, the activities we do. We don't want to
I'm so much happy and excited about this program. I've learned a lot about it.
For Dudokan, AKBC News.
Government has set a March deadline for the definite opening of the Nigeria Education Loan Fund (NEL Fund) portal for eligible students. The Executive Secretary NEL Fund, Dr. Akintunde Sawyer, who disclosed this while fielding questions from newsmen on Thursday in Abuja, urged eligible students to register to access the fund, adding that the recovery process from beneficiaries of the Nigeria Education Loan Scheme would commence 2 years after the National Youth Service Scheme. Sawyer said that the reason for the 2-year grace after NYSC was to afford the beneficiaries enough time to get a job and be stable before the repayment. On June 12, 2023, President Bola Tinubu signed the Access to Higher Education Bill into law to enable indigent students to access interest-free loans to pursue their education in any Nigerian tertiary institution. Giving reasons for the delay in starting the scheme as earlier scheduled, Sawyer explained that the process is technically driven and necessary measures need to be put in place for proper execution. Sawyer reiterated President Tinubu's commitment to ensure that lack of finance should not be a reason for any student in Nigeria to halt education at the tertiary level. According to him, the scheme was designed for indigent Nigerian students in tertiary institutions, and applications would be done online. The Minister for Finance and Coordinating Minister of Economy, Wale Edun, says 22.7 trillion naira printed by the Central Bank of Nigeria through Ways and Means overdraft under former President Muhammadu Buhari was responsible for the current inflation in the country. Edun said this while briefing the Senate Committee on Finance in Abuja on Wednesday. He noted that during the period, the printing of naira in trillions was carried out without any corresponding productive activities, and that the consequences of the 8 years of printing money without productivity and the high inflation is the high situation confronting the country now. The Senate had 2 weeks ago resolved to probe the 30 trillion naira Ways and Means overdraft obtained and spent by the Buhari administration. Edun said rather than indulging in such money printing or seeking for avoidable loans, the President Bola Tinubu-led government is succeeding greatly in the area of revenue generation, with over 13 trillion revenue generated from the non-oil sector in 2023, adding that the trajectory is being improved upon in 2024. That's where we end our bulletin this morning, but before we get another look at the top stories. The Tripartite Committee on the National Minimum Wage has rounded off a one-day public hearing for the South-South Zone in Uyo. A cross-section of interest groups and organized labor, civil society organizations and manufacturers representatives from the private sector presented their views on the proposed minimum wage. We also brought a report that no new vistas have been opened for entrepreneurs in the state, as Governor Moino has opened discussions with the People's Republic of China towards securing trade privileges for Akwa Ibom people. This news was the outcome of interactions between Governor Moino and the Chinese ambassador to Nigeria, Qiu Ching-cham, in Abuja. That's a package. Thank you so very much for your attention and good morning.